Good morning, everyone. See some familiar faces. I'm Brad Lacey with NEW Company, new group, Niesager Waterproofing. Depends on how you know us. We're a specialty contractor. We get into a lot of caulking and waterproofing, concrete repair, epoxy coatings, whatnot. I'll kind of run through quickly what we do. And some people know us as one thing, some know us as another. We've been working for Brant for a long time. On a variety of things, so it was kind of them to have us here to present to you guys. Hopefully we have a need, or you have a need for us somewhere, and we can help you out. So let's see, let me get... So we're established in 1953. Currently they're on second generation owners. We began as just a masonry restoration and caulking contractor, and we've evolved into a full-service specialty contractor. We have an office on the south side. We have 15,000 square feet, around 20 trucks or so, and we have quite a bit of equipment. We self-perform everything for the most part. There's only a couple things we sub out, so generally speaking, we have a lot of equipment, a lot of material to take care of your needs when you guys call, and we do get a lot of clients that call up on Friday afternoon and need something done on Saturday, and Dustin's never done that. So we want to be able to we want to really be able to take care of our customers and be able to respond if you guys have those emergency needs, because things do come up. Staff, we have 4 project managers. We have a full-time non-working superintendent, takes care of all the field guys. And we normally run around 40 union craftsmen. That can jump up to 60, 70, 80 in the summertime, depending on what our workload is. And a lot of our guys, we do hire seasonal, but generally speaking, our core guys work for us all the time and year-round. We do stay busy pretty much year-round. So we have some guys that have been with us 10-plus years, and some of them, we had actually a couple guys retire this past year, and it actually hurt us a little bit because their knowledge. It's hard to find good guys to do this stuff. We belong to Sealant Waterproofing and Restoration Institute, International Concrete Repair Institute, and we belong to ICA locally. And it's good, these guys, these different affiliations, a lot of our practices and procedures come from these guys. So as a customer, you're getting top-notch work that's done per typically ASTM and ICR standards. Our safety affiliations, we belong, again, ICA and OSHA certified. The ICA thing is kind of unique. We can't, because we belong to this OSHA, they won't fine us on the job. So if we come out to if they come to a job and we're doing something wrong, they just kind of pull us aside, we talk about it, and then we move on. But it's kind of a big deal. There's only a select few guys, and we're one of the few specialty guys in town that actually have that accreditation. We do work at Lily's, and Lily's is one of the toughest places to work in town due to safety. So Clarion's the other one, Duke, Bristol-Myers, and we're a mixed participant as well. So our safety, that's becoming more and more important every day. Some places they won't even let you in if your EMRs are too high. So. Okay, so what we do, just kind of run through it real quick. Caulking, waterproofing, specialty flooring. Specialty flooring is anything from the decorative epoxies, generic epoxies, urethanes, urethane concrete, decorative flakes. It's just a wide variety of products. If you're a building operator, it could be a mechanical room coating that's to keep water from running on something down below. So it's the specialty flooring, it's pretty wide. Concrete repair, masonry repair, expansion joints, air and vapor barriers, foam fill, parking garage maintenance, facade cleaning and coatings, fountain, pool and coatings, blasting, which that's blasting, it could be sand blasting, shot blasting, variety of different things, soda blasting, and some floor leveling. Again, if you get into lot of tenant build outs and you strip an old floor up, generally they're pretty messed up. So we come in and we can level those floors back up for you. On the caulking, just quickly, it's any substrate. We do urethane, silicones, acrylics. I just threw a couple pictures in. This is obviously the Lucas Oil. We caulked inside and out about, I don't know, 9,000 miles. It was a whole bunch. So this just happens to show one of the specialty stages we had to put up on the front because everything on that was design build. Even the stages we had to put up were designed just for this job, trying to figure out how to get out to certain areas. On the waterproofing, that could be a single component, dual, hot, sheet. Fully adhered thermoplastic, and the thermoplastic you kind of see going on here, that's going underneath the slab, bentonite and crystalline. Crystalline waterproofing, if you're a building owner or a manager, you might see some elevator pits. If your elevator pits have water, which most of them do, the crystalline waterproofing is a really good way to take care of that problem. On the specialty flooring, again, we got the thin mill epoxies, the decorative epoxies, ultra fast setting MMA. That's a unique product. Brant's familiar with it, some of them here. Each coat sets up in about 30 or 40 minutes, so you can do a complete system wherever it may be in a day's time. The only problem is that it has a really bad odor, so you have to take precautions with that deal. The industrial urethane cements, those are again pretty heavy duty type floors. Secondary containments and fiber reinforced chemical resistant coatings. Again, if you have pool rooms, things that are storing chemicals, we can take care of those. This just kind of a before and after shot, a pretty heavy duty industrial area, and then we did some concrete patching ahead of time. And that was a urethane cement floor that we put down, a 1/4 inch trowel down, just kind of showing a before and after shot of that. Concrete repair, that's vertical, horizontal overhead, full depth, epoxy injection, chemical grout injection, epoxy grout injection, carbon fiber, mud jacking, permanent shoring, custom color concrete patches. So in a concrete repair, there's a lot going on there. Again, you may have some epoxy injection needs. Typically, epoxy injection will be a structural repair. The chemical grout injection is more what we do for a lot of building owners and managers. We get into like the elevator pits. We locate the cracks, or it may be a basement wall, somewhere where you have water coming in. The chemical grout injection is done from the inside. We pour it in, we shoot the urethane foam in, and it's a pretty successful way of stopping water on below grade structures without having to dig them up on the outside. So one of the carbon fiber, that's kind of a new, it's not new technology, but it's kind of becoming new around here. And as a building owner or manager, you may find a situation where we're starting to see this is new equipment comes in. It could be a hospital, an MOB, it could be anything. It could be just setting a new AC unit on the roof that weighs more than what the roof's rated for. Well, the carbon fiber, we can go in from the underneath side and we can strengthen the ceiling or the floor from above. We can do it from below, and therefore allowing for higher PSIs for your equipment, the new equipment is being set. And we have a local engineer that helps us with that. So if you run into situations where, and a lot of times you just can't get new steel beams in or anything like that, that's where the carbon fiber comes in. And we also wrap a lot of columns and things if they've been damaged somehow, or again loading of some sort has become higher. We can wrap columns like this and actually create a bigger load.
How much more load can you get? What's the cost, versus just doing normal steel reinforcement?
Well, it's certainly cheaper than normal steel. I don't do steel. I've just heard some comparisons, but it really depends on the situation. But you can increase. Seems like you can increase the load. I I'm going to have to look and see. I don't want to give you the wrong number, but you can increase it substantially. I guess, for instance, we did out at Glendale Mall, they changed a piece of the parking structure that went over a tunnel to a drive lane, and the rating had to be high enough that a fire truck could sit and park on top of it. And we went in and strengthened from underneath. And because they couldn't get steel beams, it was just too costly to get steel beams down here. So. Masonry repair, tuck pointing, brick replacement, lintel replacement, cleaning and sealing, flashing replacement, parapet wall replacement, Dutchman patching, and stone patching. So basically what we're saying is anything on the exterior of your building we can take care of if you have anything of the masonry, tuck pointing, and whatnot. And what you're seeing here are some pictures of the Speedway, just high profile stuff. We did quite a bit of work on the pagoda. This is the start-finish line. About every 2 or 3 years, we actually take the start-finish line up, reset it, repoint it, because Indiana weather, it really hurts the mortar joints. So when cars that's not good for any of the races out there if mortar's flopping around. So about every 2 or 3 years, we take that out and relay everything. Expansion joints, interior, exterior, parking garage, stadium tread and risers, and expansion joint repair. If you have interior joints, we get into a lot of interior repairs in office buildings that the joints are put in wrong or they're just getting old. We can come in and take those out and replace. That just showing an exterior joint that was put in. Concrete ceiling, that's on horizontals, parking garages, stadium tread and risers, site work, verticals, tilt-up, precast, buildings. And again, that's masonry too. And what we're talking about is clear, penetrating, silane, typically sealers that we use for weatherproofing, waterproofing, or helping keep the building a little bit cleaner over time. Once the building's clean, if you seal them up with silanes, they do stay clean quite a bit longer. So it's a good method if you're looking to keep it clean. Foam fill, that's more for below grade, new construction type stuff. Air and vapor barriers, we do spray applied, sheet applied, and again, that's going to be more new type construction. We're not typically you're not going to rip a facade down and put up an air barrier, although we do see it from time to time. Buildings that get the ugly M word inside, there's typically a reason that's going on. So once you start investigating the cavity walls and whatnot, they find that there wasn't an air barrier, or it was installed wrong. There's sometimes the worst case scenarios, they typically tear a wall down and redo them from the outside. Floor leveling, again, we talked about it earlier, grout pumping, Ardex and elevation sloping. That's just more of it's be self-leveling or anything of that nature that you're looking to take care of your floor repairs. Facade cleaning and coating, cleaning of all types, stains from mildew to rust. That's just generally speaking, we clean exteriors, and that's through pressure washing or chemicals. There are quite a few new chemicals out now that are very green, very friendly. Times were in the past, some of the things even in downtown Indy, you really can't use them because it's just, their buildings are too close, there's too much wind. So now we have the luxury of a lot of green products that help. And this is showing where we cleaned this building, and this was a school up in the Hamilton Southeastern School District, and this is just a piece that we coated the whole school, and then we recoated it with, this was a silicone coating that we used. And it's nice, and again, with the cleaning process, we can remove mold, mildew. If it's masonry, we can certainly clean any of the deposits that you typically see. We have a job downtown that we'll be starting at Chase, that where a homeless person set a dumpster on fire in the wintertime, trying to stay warm, and it actually turned into a big fire and burnt the side of the building. So we'll be in there doing some tuck pointing repairs and actually removing that fire soot, which is a whole nother ball game, and it's somewhat difficult to get off of a building. And then, of course, we do this again is Isle George downtown, but we actually cleaned that, so that's all nice, new, and clean now. But that pool out front, we did. So if you have buildings that have pools or fountains, and they leak into the building, if there's something underneath, we can actually coat the fountains and the pools and get those all cleaned up for you. And that's it. That's pretty much everything we do. Hopefully, again, some of you have used this before in the past, and we certainly like any opportunity you have, and give us a call, and we'll certainly come out and give you numbers. So thank you for your time.